Source: Baltic Horizon Fund. Northern Horizon Capital Annual General Meeting of Baltic Horizon Fund. The fund took place on the 15th of May 2018, but due to the absence of required quorum, the general meeting was unable to adopt resolutions. According to Section 10.11 of the rules of the fund, the management company Northern Horizon Capital, as the management company, convenes a new general meeting, with the same agenda. The new general meeting of unit holders of the fund, the AGM, is to be held on the 19th of June 2018 at 1500 Est, Coca-Cola Plaza Cinema, Hobu Juama 510151 Tallinn, Estonia. Registration for the meeting will start at 1400 Est, i.e. local Estonian time. The general meeting of the unit holders of the fund is assembled on the basis of sections 10.4, 10.6 and 8.12 of the rules of the fund and section 47(1) of the Estonian Investment Funds Act. The total number of units and votes in the fund amounts to 79,157,094. Agenda for the AGM. The agenda of the general meeting of the unit holders of the fund is the following: presentation on the FY 2017 annual report together with auditor's report of the fund and interim report of 2018 Q1, presentation of the interpretation of section 15.4.1(r) of the fund rules. Resolution on establishment of fund units buyback program. All unit holders are welcome to send any questions and comments regarding the agenda to the fund manager's email address tarmo.crowdom@nh-cap.com by the 12th of June 2018. The management company will answer to the questions during the meeting. Requirements for the right to participate at the AGM and notification of participation. Unit holders who are entered in the unit holders registry of the fund maintained by Nasdaq CSD/SE at 10 days before the date of the general meeting, i.e. on 08th June 2018 at the end of business day of Nasdaq CSD/SE, are entitled to participate at the AGM. Unit holders whose units are registered in the unit holder's own name in the unit holders registry maintained by Nasdaq CSD/SE are invited, in order to facilitate smooth registration process at the meeting, to notify of their wish to attend the meeting by the 12th of June 2018 to the management company's email address bhfmeeting@nh-cap.com. Notification of participation shall include the name, personal identification number, or the registration number of the legal person, address, amount of units represented and, if applicable, attendance of any representatives together with their name and personal identification number. We note that the participation of a representative does not deprive the unit holder of the right to participate at the AGM of the fund. Instructions to holders of fund units registered with Euroclear Sweden AB in Sweden. Notification of participation in the AGM shall be made at the latest on the 12th of June 2018, preferably before 16 p.m. to management company's email address bhfmeeting@nh-cap.com. Notification of participation shall include the name, personal identification number, or the registration number of the legal person, address, amount of units represented and, if applicable, attendance of any representatives together with their name and personal identification number. We note that the participation of a representative does not deprive the unit holder of the right to participate at the AGM of the fund. Representation under a power of attorney. Unit holders who are represented under a power of attorney are requested to prepare a written power of attorney for the representative in Estonian or English language. Please see Annex 1 that includes templates. The copy of the executed power of attorney should be presented to the management company at the above-mentioned email address together with the notification for participation prior to the AGM. In case the power of attorney is issued by a legal person, a certified copy of the registration certificate, or an equivalent certificate of authority shall be also submitted, together with, if applicable, the documents certifying the authorization rights of the representative in case the power of attorney is signed by a person under a power of attorney. Since the fund is registered in Estonia, please note that the powers of attorney issued in a foreign state and a certified copy of the registration certificate of a legal person should be notarized and also accompanied with an apostille, if applicable. Apostille requirement applies, for example, for powers of attorney issued and notarized in Sweden and in Finland. Instructions for the AGM day: we kindly ask that you bring a personal identification document to the meeting, and in the case of representation also present the original written power of attorney in English or Estonian language. In case the unit holder is a legal person, documentation in Estonian or English language certifying the representation right of the unit holder's representative or the signatory of the power of attorney shall be also requested. The data collected by the management company from powers of attorney, the unit holders registry maintained by Nasdaq CSDSE, and the list of holders of units registered in the Euroclear Sweden AB Sweden system will be used by the management company for registration and preparation of the voting list for the AGM. The management company's proposals on the AGM items 2. Interpretation of Section 15.4.1(r) of the Fund Rules. Section 15.4.1(r) of the Fund Rules provides that all other operational and financial expenses attributable to investments of the fund, including but not limited to capital expenditures, are payable on account of the fund for the functioning of the fund. For the avoidance of doubt, the management company hereby informs and clarifies for all stakeholders that the accounting costs of the fund are considered operational expenses attributable to investments of the fund and are to be borne on account of the fund. 3. Resolution on Units Buyback Program. The management company proposes that the AGM resolves to establish a buyback program of fund and authorizes the management company, or person acting under its mandate, to acquire the fund's own units, under the following conditions. The repurchases of units are executed either on Nasdaq Tallinn and/or Nasdaq Stockholm in accordance with the rules of Nasdaq Tallinn and/or Nasdaq Stockholm applicable and strictly in line with applicable legislation. The purpose of the repurchase program is to strengthen the capital structure of the fund by purchasing units at the price lower than the NAV of the fund unit at the time. Repurchases are made at the price level lower than NAV of the fund unit at the time. Maximum of 5 million units may be repurchased during the period of 12 months starting from the 15th of May 2018 for the maximum amount of 5 million euros. The aggregate number of units purchased and held by the fund shall not exceed 10% of the total number of fund units at any time. Payment for the units shall be made in cash. The units held by the fund shall not grant any unit holder rights to the fund or to the management company. The management company shall cancel the units within 3 months after the repurchase. The management company has received confirmation from the Estonian Financial Supervision Authority and the Swedish Financial Supervisory Authority that the buyback program of the fund on the above terms falls under the Safe Harbors of the Market Abuse Regulation No. 596/2014 EU. The fund currently does not own any own units. Annex 1, Form of Power of Attorney to appoint a representative for the General Meeting. In Estonian, Form of Power of Attorney to appoint a representative for the General Meeting. In English, additional information. Tarmo Karotam, Baltic Horizon Fund Manager. Email tarmo.karotam@nh-cap.com. www.baltichorizon.com. The fund is a registered contractual public closed-end real estate fund that is managed by Alternative Investment Fund Manager. License holder Northern Horizon Capital as. Distribution: Globe Newswire, Nasdaq Tallinn, Nasdaq Stockholm, www.baltichorizon.com.